And now, presented by Sprite, the 2K pregame show.
Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal. Today on 2K Sports, the second half of the NBA season begins. Tonight, it's the Washington Wizards as they'll be playing against the New York Knicks in New York. It's been a tough bunch of games lately for New York. Let's just say it has not been a season to remember for them. With a large chunk of the schedule behind us, they have the worst record in the entire NBA. Yikes. I know you're a big stat freak, Shaq, but I think I can stump you with this one. Last season, who led the league in efficiency on open, spot-up jump shots? You cannot phone a friend.
Let me go to my Abdullah Ablindaza. That would have to be Jose Calderon, Ernie.
Oh, come on. Somebody fed you that.
No, Ernie, I'm smart. I have 5 degrees. This is a guy. He's a big reason the Mavericks were so tough to stop at the offensive end. Great passer, great decision maker, and Ernie, you cannot lose track of this guy defensively.
Hold it. 5 degrees?
5.
Okay, name them, tough guy.
Bachelor's.
Uh-huh.
Master's.
Uh-huh.
Doctorate.
Uh-huh.
Street.
Uh-huh.
And my newest one, pet degree.
Oh, championship pet degree.
Yes.
Oh, he'll be here all week, everybody. Try the brisket. Here's Kevin Harlan.
Try the brisket.
What a view as we get set to enjoy an evening of basketball in beautiful New York City. On the road, looking for a win against an Eastern Conference rival. The Washington Wizards are ready for this thing to get started. And as we start the weekend here on this Friday night, this is Kevin Harlan with Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg, welcoming you to NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Take a look at New York. They're pretty rattled right now after a road trip in which they did not win a game. Now they hope to get back on track here at home.
You know, they've looked a bit lost out there lately. I mean, they don't seem to be playing with a lot of purpose and focus and even drive. I mean, you can't just wait for good things to happen. You got to make things happen.
Yeah, but I think, Clark, what's happened is they've lost some confidence. And sometimes when you do that, you end up forcing plays. So it's a delicate balance. You know, they have to regain some confidence with their attitude, with their effort. And I think things will turn, but it's going to take some work.
Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting 5 on the floor. So on the floor for Washington, Bradley Beal and Otto Porter Jr. are the wingmen. Chris Humphries is out there with Gortat, and it's Wall in at the 1 spot. Now Stoudemire, following the three-point attempt by John Wall. Outside Hardaway, shot clock at 5. To the paint, here's AC, and it's good, assisting on the play with Hardaway. Ace's got his first basket.
You can always depend on him to put the pass right on the money.
New York Knicks were ranked as the NBA's most valuable franchise recently, and with team values skyrocketing, the Knicks came in at around $1.5 billion. That's a B, billion.
And the shot is good. And so just over a minute and a half played. Calderon kicks to AC. Back to Calderon. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist.
They are really doing a nice job establishing a presence inside early.
And that's going to open things up for them on the perimeter going forward, Clark.
Wall dishes to Beal. Pass to Humphries. No good. And New York will come the other way. This game coming after a loss against the Bucks.
And that game featured one of the least consistent offensive performances you're going to see from them, Clark.
Yeah, no spurt ability on display at all, fellas. I mean, they needed to make a few runs, but it just never was able to happen for them.
Now here's Wall. Ari Stoudemire missing his last shot. Wall, that's good.
Little touch of class there, guys. The end of that play with the finger roll.
The Knicks with the lead. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Back to Calderon. Pass to Anthony. Shot clock at 6. Calderon against Wall. Gortat with the defensive effort.
Had a pretty good look at the basket, but defensively they did a nice job rotating, forcing the miss.
Here's Porter. Can't tie it up as that one misses. Knicks have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Hardaway passes to Calderon. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. And AC kicks to Calderon. Anthony on the wing. Lets the three fly. That's good. Anthony's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
Beal with a screen for Wall. Gortat inside. It's stolen by Stoudemire. Here's Hardaway. Out to Stoudemire. Hardaway against Porter. Left side Hardaway. Out to Anthony. Shoots the three. And again, New York with the triple.
Everything going according to the script for them offensively so far.
Yeah, the shots have been falling, that's for sure. The offense really in a good groove.
Wall attacking. The Wizards with another miss. The Knicks leading by 8. Outside Hardaway. Back to Calderon. They set the pick. Feeds it to AC. New York needs to get off a shot. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. And we have a moment to take a look at the best three-point shooting teams in the NBA. Number 1, the Wizards.
Now, the three-point shot has become probably the most important weapon in their arsenal. And look at the numbers. I mean, that's amazing.
Wizards trail by 8.
Well, the Wizards very high on their young, athletic backcourt of John Wall and Bradley Beal. Both so young and lively. They can run the floor and score. I get the feeling they feel like the backcourt is really the foundation for this franchise moving forward. And a moment here now to check out some of the numbers for Bradley Beal. He's averaging 15 points a game, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds. And some pretty good numbers, I think, guys, when you look overall at his contributions.
Yeah, and he's always looking to raise his game, and that's what you see in his consistency. One of the important characteristics that he brings to the table.
That's his first personal foul, second team foul.
Gortat against Calderon. Anthony dishes to Hardaway. Anthony right side. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. And Beal with his great outside shooting. A nice compliment to John Wall.
You know, you watch Wall, how much he's improved as a shooter, but he's best really attacking off the dribble. With Beal spacing the floor, I think they make a nice 1-2 punt.
Count the bucket. And so New York calls timeout. They're first.
A lot of tough teams in this league, Kevin. Here's where New York sits right now. 8th in free throw shooting, 12th in points off turnovers. And they're in the top half of the league in shooting from deep as well. This is a strong suit for this team, knocking down those shots from behind the arc.
I'm impressed most with their free throw shooting that you talked about. This is a team that really focuses from the foul line. They shoot the ball well from there, and as a result, they're constantly looking to attack to try to get those free points at the free throw line.
Here's Calderon after the made shot from Bradley Beal. The drive by Anthony. Oh, and that one had the right spit on it, and it is good. Anthony's got 8 points.
He's such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Humphries the pass to Wall. Wizards passing it around. Good on the baseline, Jay.
And that's the goal every time down. Just find a high percentage shot.
New York leading by 6. Calderon kicks to Stoudemire, and he dunks it down. Well, Clark, a clear lane to the basket and the emphatic jam.
And that is outstanding attacking basketball.
Well, he had no choice but to take that one to the bucket.
Now here's Beal. Right now averaging 15 points a game. Goes up at the stripe. Again, the Wizards score.
They can't afford to give him that kind of look.
Well, it came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to fight over the top of that.
Beal against Hardaway. Over to the left wing. Calderon has the open look. Off target from the wing.
I thought he'd make that one. That's his range, and the defense nowhere to be seen.
Fades. There's the bucket. Good. And now it's just a 4-point New York lead. New York's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. Randy Whitman and I spoke just briefly. The thing that jumps out at him the most about their opponent today is the team speed they possess. He said, we've got to hustle back on defense every time down the floor. This is a team that loves to run, and we've got to be prepared to do the same. Gentlemen?
Thanks, Doris. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for New York.
And the points they're getting in the lane will really help them open up the floor.
The other thing they've had going for them tonight is their passing. I mean, doing a nice job. Plenty of their points early on coming off assists.
For the Knicks, Jason Smith, he's checked in for Quincy Acey. Pablo Prigioni comes in for Hardaway. And Shane Larkin subbed in for Jose Calderon. That misses, so he splits the free throws.
Amar'e Stoudemire still an efficient scorer, attacking the rim. The problems have been at the defensive end of the floor, where last season he fouled 4 times more than he blocked a shot. Not a great ratio, so he's got to continue to work defensively.
Now here's Nene, averaging 10 points per contest. Shot clock at 3. Here's Butler. Can't get it to go. And New York the other way now. Larkin dishes to Prigioni. He kicks it to Larkin. He feeds it to Smith. Anthony right side. Pulls up on the wing. It's good. The assist that time from Smith. 10 points for Carmelo Anthony. And Amar'e, he's owed around $45 million over this season and next.
And that's a huge contract. Still a great scorer, but as we discussed, he's got to defend at a better level and rebound at a higher rate to command more minutes on this team, and we'll see if he can make that happen.
Here's Temple after the made shot from Carmelo Anthony. From deep, from beyond the arc, and then some. Miller's got his first 3 points of the game.
Well, he hit that shot, Kevin, from the suburbs. What a shot.
How about that range? I mean, unlimited.
Larkin kicks to Anthony. And Anthony gets double-teamed. Stoudemire outside. Smith the pass to Prigioni. Here's Larkin. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Wizards trail by 4. Nene kicks to Temple. He dishes it to Miller. The baseline J. Shot's good for Seraphin. Seraphin's got his first points of the game.
The easiest way to do it sometimes is with the bounce pass.
Prigioni dishes to Smith. And Larkin now atop the key. 1:27 left to play in the first. There's the bucket. Good. And that's 12 points for Carmelo Anthony.
He's just been the man since the start of this quarter. I mean, just a tremendous period of basketball for him.
Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over. And as with any timeout at this point of the game, important to go over the strategies that are working and those that are needed in terms of adjustments. And, of course, the opportunity, guys, to get hydrated with Gatorade before coming back onto the floor. We've seen some good action so far, and there's more of it to come.
Yeah, this game has been physical, it's been fast, it's been high-paced. So anytime you're in a situation like this where it's really a hard-fought game, critical to keep yourself hydrated throughout.
Samuel Dallenberg, he's checked in for Stoudemire. Now here's Seraphin. Dallenberg covering. Seraphin kicks to Temple. The dish now to Butler. It's rebounded by New York.
Well, I think he had all the space he needed. He just couldn't find the bottom of the net.
Ione passes to Smith. Well, small forwards that can rebound the ball, such an asset to any team in the NBA. With now a look at the top rebounding wingmen. Carmelo Anthony, fourth.
You know, the work they do on the boards is such a big part of all these players' games. They play much bigger than the grand majority of small forwards in this league.
And I think it's an area that they all take pride in, Steve. They know they can score. That's expected of their position. But where you separate yourself is going after rebounds. And these guys are really determined to excel in that part of the game.
Smith hits them both. Wizards trail by 6. Miller outside. Kicks to Butler. Anthony with the defensive effort. New York's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Smith with a screen on Miller. The feed to Ione. Goes up the baseline. Here's Smith. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket. And the Knicks lead by 8.
Strong rebounding, and he's rewarded with the easy putback.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
Nene setting the pick for Miller. Butler in the corner. There's the pass to Nene. Rebound by Smith. Here's Larkin. Shot is off. And that does it for the first quarter. It's the Knicks leading by 8. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Knicks?
Really good sign offensively the way they started this game out, getting a lot of hoops from close range.
Yeah, it's a lot easier to get baskets inside. I know you were a three-point shooter, Steve, and a really good one, but it's always easier to score in the paint.
Here's Beal. We've got Dallenberg. Anthony is out there with Jason Smith. Then there's Shane Larkin. And it's Ione in at the 2. They're the group New York will start the second with. Now here's Beal. 8-point game. Wall attacking. Banked in off the glass. Wall's got the second quarter going with the first basket of the period for the Wizards. And the Knicks with possession here. Larkin kicks to Anthony. And Anthony gets double teamed. And so it's Washington with it. Wizards trail by 6. And Wall. Here we go now.
John Wall at 6'4", with a 39-inch vertical leap and long arms to boot, is an elite physical specimen when it comes to the point guard position.
The Wizards shooting their first free throws of the game.
John Wall taking 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for Pablo Ione. Gortat's checked in for Washington. Otto Porter Jr. comes in for Rasul Butler. Both shots good from the stripe. New York leading by 4. Larkin kicks to Hardaway. And we've played through the first minute here in the second. Smith with a screen on Porter. Anthony, and he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
That's basketball 101, guys. I mean, elementary. Use the screen to free yourself and then take it straight to the rack.
Yeah, very nice set play for him.
Well, that's using your head and using your body.
Now here's Wall. 10 points for him. From past the arc, they get it again. Gortat misses. The Knicks shooting a smooth 58% from the field. Everything going according to plan for them on that end. Here's Larkin. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Oh, and the jam by Anthony. Now here's Wall. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Nene, the screen, Wall with it. Now Smith defending. There's Beal with the three. Here's Gortat. The Knicks pull it in. Here's Larkin, averaging 6 points per contest. And D'Alembert kicks to Smith. Wall attacking. Shot is blocked. It'll go, and the New York lead is cut down to 6 in the bucket from Porter. Porter's gotten 2 of his 3 shots to go tonight. Larkin dishes to Carmelo. Inside, it's stolen by Wall. Here's Porter. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Porter's got 6.
I'd say that shot was well within his range.
You think so? I mean, I was pretty good from 2 feet and in myself. That's a gimme there.
Now here's Anthony. He's coming off a 25-point game against Milwaukee. And Hardaway gets it to go. Now Wall. Out to the right wing. 5 to shoot. And he gets it to go. 12 points for him.
Well, you know, he has shot the ball well, but it has not been contagious. And his teammates, they haven't had the same groove, and that's why we're looking at this result so far.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over.
John Wall is becoming very efficient running the pick and roll. He got a nice pull-up from the right elbow if the defender decides to sag off or go under the screen, and if they play up on him, he can blow right by him. So because of his finishing ability, that's a tough cover.
Catching up on the changes for New York. Stoudemire's checked in for D'Alembert. Quincy Aces come in for Smith. And it's Calderon in for Larkin. Calderon, that's good.
33-27.
Wizards trail by 6. And Wall has some good big men to work with running that pick and roll. Nene, very mobile. Steve, a great finisher.
Yeah, and of course, Marcin Gortat spent a couple of years running the pick and roll with Steve Nash in Phoenix. So, you know, he's had some pointers for Wall, too. All in all, you love to see the chemistry that has developed between all those players.
And, fellas, in this quarter, he's improved on what was already a very good performance in period number 1.
The Knicks leading by 4. Calderon kicks to Hardaway. Back to Calderon. Passes it to Hardaway. Dishes to Calderon. Here's Stoudemire. Nice work on the boards. Paying off with the basket. Stoudemire's got 5 now.
They have got to put a body on him, because otherwise, with his agility and athleticism, they're not going to be able to contain him on the offensive glass.
Beal with it. Outside, Wall launches a 3. Shot is off, and New York will come the other way. And here's Calderon. 11 points for him in that last game against Milwaukee.
He was exquisite in that game, Kevin. It wasn't just the scoring, it was the passing, too. And his teammates, you could tell, were just really enjoying playing with him.
Now here's Calderon. 6-point lead. Wall with some nice defense. It's Beal on the wing, covered by Anthony. Gortat, the pass to Beal. Wizards passing it around. It's stolen by Stoudemire. Porter against Anthony. Calderon dishes to Carmelo. They set the pick. Off the pick. Stoudemire kicks to Calderon. Now here's Anthony. He's got 16. Good.
And I'm not really sure that's the time for the fadeaway jumper, but he gets it to go.
Here's Wall. 8-point game. Pass to Beal. Outside, Wall. Clock at 6. And another miss by Washington. The Knicks leading by 8. Here's Calderon. He's got 6. Hardaway with it. Now guarded by Porter. Stoudemire with a screen on Porter. Hardaway for 3. Rebound, Washington. Coming off that loss against the Nets. Pass to Stoudemire. Feeds it to AC. Back to Stoudemire. Outside Hardaway. Gortat with the steal. Wall against Anthony. It's Wall with the drive. That's good. Wall's got 10 points in the quarter.
Well, his scoring this quarter has been off the charts, and the complexion of the game as a result it may change.
Calderon passes to Ace. Now Calderon, averaging 9 points per contest. 6 to shoot. Anthony, an easy layup after coming off the pick. Anthony's got the lead up to 8 now for the Knicks.
His shooting's been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons his team is up in this game.
Washington calls timeout. You have to like what we're seeing from Carmelo Anthony.
They don't seem to have any answers for him. They need to review their game plan and look for a way to cool him off.
Pablo Prigioni is checked in for New York. And a new group getting ready for the Wizards. Kevin Seraphin is checked in for Gortat. Rasul Butler comes in for Porter. Garrett Temple has checked in for Beal. And Miller's subbed in for John Wall. Seraphin with the ball. Right now averaging 7 points a game. Butler dishes to Temple. Back to Butler. He kicks it to Humphries. 6 to shoot. The jump hook. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Anthony's got his 4th rebound in this one.
Another strong rebound, just like we've gotten used to seeing from them today.
Yeah, 1 or 2 more of those and this lead will be double digits.
And AC kicks to Anthony. Anthony left side. Cashes in for a double-digit lead. And now a 10-point Knicks lead.
The more touches he gets, the more this lead will grow. He has just been unconscious this quarter.
Miller outside. Humphries with a screen on Calderon. Butler on the wing. Good. And Miller gets the assist. And so here is New York. And here's Calderon. He has 6. He feeds it to Carmelo. And it's Humphries with the rebound.
I like his tenacity getting to the basket there, even though the dunk rattled out. 99 times out of 100, you'll get the dunk or the foul.
And Doris Burke has something for us. Hey, Doris.
Thank you, Kevin. As everyone knows, Amari Stoudemire has had to battle back from his share of numerous injuries, and he switched to a vegan diet in order to help stay healthy. He said it was tough, and when asked which foods he missed the most, he said, "I love chicken and I love Chilean sea bass. I missed it, but I wanted to stay strong." Guys?
Interesting. Thanks, Doris. That free throw good from Miller.
Andre Miller does a lot of things well on the floor, but he's not really a long-range shooter, so he needs the ball in his hands to be effective in your offense.
Both free throws good for Miller. But Andre Miller's such a great passer. You want the ball in his hands.
Yeah, he's a really good decision maker. Perhaps one of the best lob passers we've had in the league in a long time. And he is truly a point guard. Thinks and feels the game as a quarterback. He's been getting more and more physical as this game has gone along.
Clearly, and they've gotten a lot of trips to the line because of it here in the second quarter.
The Wizards shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. That free throw, no good. The Knicks making a switch here. Dallenberg's checked in. And the second free throw, good. Here's Calderon. 6 points for him. He dishes it to AC. Ione passes to Carmelo. And Anthony gets double-teamed. This one for 3. Humphries gets the rebound. Humphries has got his 4th rebound in this one. And it's Miller penetrating. And that is good. Miller's got 7 points. 1:03 left to play here in the second quarter. Calderon dishes to Prigioni. New York moving the ball around. And AC kicks to Prigioni. For 3, Calderon. It's rebounded by Serafin.
They've been able to get out to this lead without really getting a very reliable performance out of him from the field.
Miller outside. Anthony against Butler. To Humphries. Clock at 6. Outside Butler. Elbow shot. Again, the Wizards score.
And they're making this a game here, putting together a nice run.
Making it a game? How about anybody's game? I mean, they've caught fire, and it's a toss-up right now, guys.
Now here's Anthony. 22 points for him. Anthony drawing the double team. And so it's Washington with it. Here comes Andre Miller. He's got 7. Butler on the wing. Fires the 3. That's good, and it's Miller with the assist. Miller's got 3 assists in the game. Throws it from deep. The shot no good. Second quarter ends in a tight one. Wizards lead by 2. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Carmelo, some great numbers for you and great play on and off the basketball tonight. Is your strategy any different?
It's the same thing. Try to move without the ball, play without the ball, space the court, attack when I get the ball, be aggressive, and find people when they open.
Carmelo, thank you, guys. You've got to be aware wherever he is on the basketball floor.
All right, Doris, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter underway. And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters.
Melo having a terrific game. 22 points, and he's knocked down a pair of 3-pointers in this game, too.
Well, they might want to think about setting a few more screens for him to try to give him another open look or 2.
The Wizards with the lead. Taking a look at the Wizards. Wall and Beal together in the backcourt. Chris Humphries is out there with Otto Porter Jr. And it's Gortat in at the 5 down low.
Well, that's one way to get your second half started on the right foot. An easy layup against some soft defense.
The dish to Hardaway. It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing. Guarded by Porter. Calderon has the open look. Rebounded by the Wizards. Last time they met was in Washington.
Yeah, that last meeting, they won the game, and remember, it was a huge day for the bench. I mean, they got some key points from their reserves.
Now here's Wall. It's Beal on the wing. 6 on the shot clock. Right side, Wall. And that one's good. And it's a 6-point Wizards lead. Second half rolling along now. About a minute played here. Calderon dishes to AC. Kicks it to Hardaway. And Anthony gets double teamed. It's blocked. Now here's Wall. 20 points for him. Beal with a screen for Wall. Now Humphries inside. Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter. And again, it's the Knicks missing.
Changing sides didn't seem to help them at all, huh, guys? They've missed their first 3 shots in the third quarter.
Porter kicks to Beal. Left side, Wall. There's the feed to Beal. Pulls up. And the shot is long.
That's his comfort zone, so defensively, really nice job challenging the shot.
Well, Jose Calderon, a huge boost offensively at point guard. He's a terrific floor general, sets up his teammates nicely, takes good care of the ball, and he's a top-tier marksman. In the NBA, we call those guys lasers. He can do it off the bounce or spotting up.
Man, they get one to go now after missing their first 3 shots. Maybe this will kick them into gear.
Wall passes to Gortat. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. And the Wizards lead by 5.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
No question. Pound it into the painted area and continue to put pressure on that defense.
New York calls timeout. He talks, Steve, about Calderon shooting. In his career, he's led the league in both free throw percentage and three-point percentage.
Yeah, I guess the trade-off is defensively. I mean, he's solid, not spectacular, but his shooting is such a problem for defenses, and especially when you pair him with good players like Dallas did a year ago. Boy, he can really play and space that floor.
Now here's Hardaway. Right now averaging 11 points a game. Wall against Calderon. Stoudemire outside. Shoots the 3. Calderon, no good.
It's been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's costly.
Porter kicks to Gortat, taken away by Anthony. Calderon dishes to Carmelo. Here's the screen, and there's the pass to AC. Back to Anthony, 6 to shoot. And Anthony gets double teamed. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
So a moment now, let's check out the story on Tim Hardaway Jr. How the last month of basketball was for him. He's averaging 12 points, 2 assists, and 2 rebounds. Looking at those numbers, you'd probably say, yeah, that's about what we'd expect out of him.
Which isn't really what any player wants to hear. I mean, you don't want to meet expectations. You want to underpromise and overdeliver. You want to exceed expectations, and maybe we'll start to see him do that shortly.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to Doris Burke for an update. Hi, Doris.
Well, Kevin, Derek Fisher went straight from playing to being a head coach. Pretty rare, but to hear his former teammates on the Thunder, he's got what it takes to be successful. Nick Collison called him the only guy I've played with who can address the team as a leader. And Kevin Durant said he's a great motivator who commands respect. Kevin, a pretty good way to start.
Ringing endorsements from 2 great leaders in their own right. Thanks, Doris. And he gets the bucket. And that's now 25 points for Carmelo Anthony.
That's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Yeah, shoddy defense there. Far too slow to react on the closeouts.
Washington calls timeout. A different look for New York. Jason Smith comes in for Quincy Ace, and it's Larkin in for Jose Calderon. Nene, he's checked in for Washington. Knocks it loose. Anthony against Gortat. Hardaway passes to Larkin. Smith outside. Hardaway against Porter. Just 5 to shoot for the tie. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Tim Hardaway Jr., the son of the 5-time All-Star point guard, was taken with the 24th pick in last year's draft and really proved to be a pleasant surprise for the Knicks.
And amongst a rookie class that struggled to make much of an impact last season, Tim Hardaway Jr. probably exceeded expectations more than any other rookie. Wouldn't you say, Steve?
Oh, yeah, I agree. I thought he was terrific. He shot the ball well in every facet. He ran the floor in transition, played within himself. Like a lot of Michigan players, you know, he's very skilled. He dribble, pass, and shoot, and really was a perfect fit with that Knicks team.
That one drops. He ties it up.
Well, Tim Hardaway Jr., drafted after his junior season at Michigan, had a terrific first season with the Knicks. Skilled scorer, very good shooter from deep, and the ability to put the ball on the floor and get out in transition. I think he's got a chance to be an excellent player.
Here's Larkin after the made shot from Bradley Beal. Here's Stoudemire. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
Now, he was right there, but the defensive pressure forced that miss.
Well contested. That really made it a tough shot.
Wall draws the double. Passes it to Gortat. It's stolen by Anthony. Outside Hardaway. Smith kicks to Hardaway. Dishes it to Larkin. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Hardaway, no good. And Hardaway still showing restraint in the NBA. We've seen flashes of his ball handling and its explosiveness, but most of his shots came from long range.
Yeah, and that's the one area that he'll have to continue to sharpen up, is his ability to shoot off the dribble and take care of the ball and make plays. But his work ethic says that that'll happen in due time.
And so here is New York after Gortat's miss. Smith outside. Back to Hardaway. Porter with the steal. And here we go, the Wizards fast break. Porter's running. And there's Bradley Beal on the assist from Porter. And that's now 6 points here for Beal. Here's Larkin. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Pass to Anthony. And Anthony gets double teamed. Larkin dishes to Stoudemire. Some nice passing by New York here. 6 to shoot. Porter with the steal. Here is Gortat, averaging 12 points a game. Pass to Beal. Again, the Wizards score.
That's a clean look they gave him there, fellas, and he drains those.
Knicks trail by 6. Larkin kicks to Smith, feeds it to Hardaway. Looking for Anthony, and gets it there. Offline with the baseline jumper. For Washington, they've gone a solid 6 of 11 when shooting here in the third quarter. Now Wall. He's got 20. Gortat with the screen for Wall. Porter in the corner. Back to Wall. High post shot. And the Wizards getting another bucket right there.
Love the energy here in the third quarter, trying to exert their influence and take over this game.
Well, this is the time to do it. They cannot let up at this point. Got to keep it going.
Larkin, the pass to Smith. The dish to Carmelo. Tries to snap the cold streak, and the rejection by Gortat. And it's out of bounds to New York. They'll retain possession. Samuel Dallenberg is checked in for New York. Pablo Prigioni comes in for Hardaway. And a new group getting ready to come in for Washington. Kevin Serafin is checked in for Gortat. Butler comes in for Porter. Garrett Temple has checked in for Beal. And Andre Miller has subbed in for John Wall. Here's Anthony, 6 to shoot, and he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Anthony's got 27.
That's been a great day for him, and if you remember, he gave them a huge performance their last time out as well.
Nene setting the pick for Miller. Three-pointer, Butler. It's rebounded by New York. Dallenberg's got his third rebound on the night. Prigioni dishes to Larkin. He kicks to Prigioni. Here's Larkin, covered by Miller. The three from Anthony. And again, New York with the triple.
He has not lost his focus today. Even when things haven't gone his team's way, he's still bringing it.
Miller outside. Nene setting the pick for Miller. Right side, Butler. Shoots. Butler missing again.
Boy, there was no hand in his face right there. I thought for sure he was going to knock that down.
Larkin kicks to Smith. Over to the wing. Larkin, the pass to Smith. The feed to Carmelo. Good on the shot. Anthony's got 10 points in just the second half.
He's having quite the quarter here, guys. I mean, shooting the ball extremely well.
Miller outside. Miller right side. Here's Butler. Good. And Miller gets the assist. Miller's got 4 assists now tonight. 51 seconds left here in the third quarter. Here's Prigioni. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. He feeds it to Anthony. Smith with a screen on Butler. Anthony dishes to Smith. Just 5 on the clock. And Anthony gets double teamed. Here's Larkin. Smith kicks to Dallenberg. Prigioni passes to Smith. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Outside Anthony. Here's Larkin. Out to Anthony. So it's the Knicks now. Smith dishes to Larkin. Outside Anthony for the tie. And released it in time, but it's off the mark. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Well, it had to be this play, don't you think, Kevin?
Sure.
This is just a phenomenal pass. Made the defense look like they had no idea what was going on.
What precision with that pass.
Beautiful.
Knicks trail by 3. Calderon is out there with Pablo Prigioni. Then it's Quincy Ace. Then it's Smith. And it's Dallenberg in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the 5 for New York right now. Here's Ace. It's tipped. And it's out of bounds to New York. They'll retain possession.
A nice play to get a hand on that pass and tip it out of bounds.
I tell you what, guys, if he gets there a fraction earlier, that's a steal.
Tim Hardaway Jr. is checked in for Smith. Clock at 6. Here's Ace. Back to Hardaway. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. Here's the screen. And Beal kicks to Wall. He dishes it to Beal. Outside, Wall. And the pass to Beal. Three-pointer, Butler. They get the rebound. Seraphin, no good with the layup. Knicks trail by 3. Here's Prigioni. Rebounded by the Wizards. Humphries has got his 5th rebound in this one. And Wall. Here we go now. Seraphin kicks to Beal. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face. Beal's got the first basket as we get going in the 4th for the Wizards. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something, you're right. Here's Prigioni. He's covered by Beal. Calderon passes to D'Alembert. Calderon dishes to Hardaway. And it's Hardaway again missing.
He can't get anything to drop. I mean, the way he's scoring, I'm not sure it's something he should try to shoot his way out of.
No, that might only serve to make things worse, Steve. Sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets. Check out the game for Butler. 9 points, and he's chalked up 1 3-pointer on the day as well.
Yeah, a lot of times he's one of those players who can get hot and stay hot from the three-point line. So I look for him to continue to search for shots out there.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Wizards.
They've knocked down plenty of mid-range jumpers in this one. That's been big for them.
And I also like the penetration. I mean, they're getting into the paint. They're getting a lot of easy hoops from those strong drives.
Gortat's checked in for the Wizards. And the second free throw, good. Knicks trail by 6. Calderon kicks to AC. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the 4th. Here's D'Alembert. That's good. Washington leading now by 4. All with it. It's Beal on the wing. The kick out to Wall. Clock at 4. And there's the call on Marcin Gortat. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. Wizards making a switch here. Porter's checked in.
Otto Porter.
And here are the Knicks now. They've played a great 4th quarter defensively, allowing only 3 points. There's the pick. Outside Hardaway. Out left to the wing. And Prigioni kicks to Hardaway. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
How about that play? Great body control. Still manages to finish the play despite the contact.
You know, when that whistle blows, you're not done. Get greedy and find a way to knock it down.
Shooting for New York, Tim Hardaway Jr. At the line for 1.
And just about 3 minutes through the 4th quarter here. And here is Beal. Right side, Wall. Kicks to Beal. Nice ball movement by Washington. Shot clock at 6. And it's sent back from D'Alembert.
Let's go Knicks!
Passes it to Calderon. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the 4th quarter. It's stolen by Wall. Beal dishes to Porter. Now here's Wall. Pass to Porter. Now Humphries. 13 feet away. And good on the basket. Book it.
You know, the turnaround jumper, guys, is one of those shots that always just looks so good. I mean, it's got that nice, smooth, singular motion. Sweet.
Here's Prigioni. Count the basket and the foul. That's on Marcin Gortat.
Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
I think it's time to make some adjustments defensively, Clark. I mean, what they've got going right now is not getting it done.
And New York making a change here. Anthony's checked in. And it's tied up with that one.
Samuel Dalembert, a 6'11" shot blocker and rebounder. His numbers are solid, but he seems to have a way of wearing out his welcome with coaches. You notice he's played for 5 teams in the last 5 seasons.
Now here is Gortat. Puts it up from 15. Misses off the left iron.
Even though he missed it, he couldn't pass up that chance.
Yeah, that's an easy jump shot. You got to take that one.
2 open that time. Made it look too easy. 13 points here for Beal.
Despite the troubles he had in the first half, he stayed composed and focused, and now he's getting it going.
And last season, Dalembert, a bit of a stopgap for Dallas. He faced his share of critiques from Coach Carlisle regarding conditioning, Clark, and focus.
In addition to that, somewhat turnover-prone too, Kevin. He can pick up careless fouls as well, but when you're an athletic 6'11" and can make free throws and finish around the basket, you'll always have a home in the NBA.
Free throw line jump shot. Another miss by Gortat.
Nothing seems to be going down for him today.
Anthony, the pass to Calderon. Dishes to AC. Back to Calderon. New York, no good that time either. Wizards leading by 3. And Beal kicks to Wall. Pass to Porter. Feeds it to Humphries. The dish to Wall. The pass to Gortat. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Gortat never really felt at home in Phoenix, it seemed, but he got a lot of his bounce back to his step when he was traded to the Wizards, where he was really a great fit alongside that young backcourt.
And the Wizards trading Emeka Okafor and a draft pick for Gortat. Clark seemed like a pretty good move at the time.
Yeah, you know, Okafor had that season-ending injury. The Wizards making a push for the playoffs, and they were able to re-sign Gortat this offseason.
Marcin Gortat, the Polish hammer. Steve, we like him. I know, the 57th pick back in 2005.
He's just a quality starting center in the NBA. 6'11", center, can score and defend. Really a good pickup for Washington.
Stoudemire's checked in for the Knicks. Both good from the line that time.
And Gortat got his rebounding back up last season. A consistent double-double guy in the middle, and he turned 30 last season. Still very much in the prime of his career.
Now here's Anthony. Stoudemire goes in. Porter against Anthony. Pulls up, high post, and good. He nails it. Anthony's got 12 points here in the second half.
And Gortat, a strong finisher inside, can shoot out to about 15 feet. He'd be a lot worse at the center position. Key for him is just staying healthy.
Washington calls timeout. And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Hi, Kevin. Randy Whitman was just going over the plan with his team. He's looking for whatever they have left in the tank. He said, I know it's been a hard-fought game, but now's not the time to leave anything in reserve. If you're tired, come out. Otherwise, I expect you to be going all out, full speed. Guys?
Thank you, Doris. And that one's good by Porter.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any agenda.
It's hard to overstate all the points they've scored on assists today. Beautiful to watch.
Now here's Calderon. Anthony dishes to Hardaway. Back to Anthony. Hits the jumper in space. Anthony's got 36.
They'll be counting on even more points from him. That's essential if they're going to pull this game out.
Wall passes to Beal. Back to Wall. Now Humphries inside. Outside for Beal. Here's the three. And again, Washington with the triple.
Oh, he's going to keep banging those home if you give him that much space.
Knicks trail by 6. Outside Anthony. Hardaway is screen on Porter. It's Anthony with the drive. A fader. And again, it's New York.
You know, that's exactly how they wanted to run that possession, guys. Beautiful.
Wizards have gone 5 of 11 from the field in the fourth quarter. Wall against Calderon. Gortat with the screen for Wall. He kicks it to Gortat. Back to Wall. 6 on the shot clock. Gortat wide open. He fires. And that comes off the assist by John Wall.
Well, it's a dangerous time to go cold here in the fourth quarter, so he's going to have to find the range.
Calderon kicks to AC. Anthony right side. Stoudemire trying to break free. Anthony with the bucket.
He's showing great leadership here, willing his team into this game with his performance, doing everything in his power to cut into the lead.
Now here's Wall. Gortat with a screen on Calderon. Wall dishes to Gortat. Back to Wall. Stoudemire with the block. They get it back. Good on the shot. New York calls timeout. Knicks trail by 6. Calderon kicks to Hardaway. New York moving it around. Here's Anthony. Almost, but it rolls out.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
Beal with it. Now Anthony defending. Porter kicks to Humphries. 6 to shoot. Can't hit from 12.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get too many better looks from that range.
That one's good, and the Washington lead is cut down to just 4 points with a bucket from Anthony.
This quarter has brought out the best in him, fellas. Even though they're still trailing, he's been impossible to contain.
Washington calls timeout. They're ahead by 4. 1:41 left in the game. It's Beal on the wing, guarded by Hardaway. Beal the pass to Wall. Beal with the screen for Wall. The feed to Porter. He dishes it to Beal. Shot clock at 6. Shot on the wing. The Knicks pull it in. Casey's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. Hardaway from outside, and that comes off the assist by Calderon. And now just a 1-point Washington lead. Washington's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. And Wall, here we go now. And Beal kicks to Humphries. Gortat inside. He's against Stoudemire.
Boy, has he picked it up in the second half. He's on fire.
New York calls timeout. They're down by 3. 51 seconds left in the fourth. 51 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Anthony dishes to Calderon. 16 feet away. No luck. Now Washington takes it the other way. Guys, they're not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. I mean, now's the time to use the clock to your advantage. Take your time. Milk the clock a little bit.
Gortat with the screen for Wall. Porter kicks to Wall. 6 on the shot clock. Baseline jumper. Good!
They are not letting up, guys. They just keep coming at them.
And I'd say that lead is too big to overcome at this point.
New York calls timeout. They're trailing by 5. We've got 13 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Calderon kicks to Anthony. Beal with the steal. And they go to the intentional foul. And an intentional foul right there. And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. No good at the stripe this time. Second misses also. Calderon, no good there. And so it's the Wizards with the W. They pulled off this win, Clark, with respectable performances on both ends of the floor.
Yeah, I think it was just really a nice overall effort, Kevin.
And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
I'm here with Bradley Beal. And Bradley, what exactly made the difference in this game tonight?
It was all based off our defense, honestly. We were getting stops and getting rebounds. And I think down the stretch, we were able to hold our own on the defensive end. And we got good looks on the offensive end. We made shots when they counted.
Defense is always a great starting point, Bradley. Thanks for the time. Guys?
Thank you, Doris, for that. And now for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan saying see you next time as we present our Jordan Player of the Game, John Wall.